We are so gay and we have so much to say. Gay Weekly Roundtable starts now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's coming up. New jams from Lord, everyone. You heard it here first, unless you heard it all week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gay Weekly Roundtable. We are your hosts. Wait, let's just break it down for a second. Okay, just literally a second. I'm Adam Salandra. You can find me on social media at Adam Salandra. To my left, the lovely, the gorgeous.
That's
That's you.
Oh my goodness.
Also to my left.
Oh, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting that. Now I'm blushing. Hi everyone, I'm Tony Moore. You can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com.
Oh, I don't get an intro.
To his left, the gorgeous, the voluptuous.
Very voluptuous.
Oh, did you just call me fat?
No.
I've never.
Adorable. I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And I'm live in the chat. So is Jen Van S, who says present.
So get in there, keep them company.
Yeah.
And our special guest, the delightful, the delicious, the hilarious
Yes.
Michael Henry. Feeling his weave from top to bottom over there.
Imaginary weave is very present.
Yeah, living his
Michael.
fantasy.
I know.
Guys, let me
live.
tell you something in case you're not aware. Michael Henry puts out hilarious comedy videos on YouTube, but every time he puts one out, every gay blog snatches it up. Every time.
Well.
So check them out. We're going to obviously talk about it a lot more later, but I just need that to be known, first of all. He's hilarious, and you need to know that.
Yeah.
But first, let's chat about our weeks. First of all, happy belated International Women's Day to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I'd actually like to discuss that for a second.
Okay.
There was an article yesterday that someone wrote for us at New Now Next about how gay guys need to stop being misogynistic.
I saw that.
I did see that.
Saw it, liked it, did not like the comments I saw underneath.
Oh, I didn't read those.
Our fellow gays were flipping out at the idea. Like, how dare...
How dare you tell me?
Yeah, like, the women treat us like this too, and what women do this or that, really missing the point, and I was just embarrassed for the community. It wasn't... If you don't do that, great, and if you do, before getting offended, take a moment to think. Maybe you have a relationship with your girlfriend, and it is known, not you forcing it on, but known, she wants you to touch her boobs, she wants you to call her bitch. That's your relationship. But you can't go in assuming because you're gay, you have the right to touch their bodies, you have the right to say whatever you want. And that's hard. I mean, I'm guilty of it, first of all, let me say. I'm not really pointing fingers, I'm pointing fingers at the ones that were offended by it.
Right.
That, I think, is a problem.
Well, I mean,
Well, I hope you're one, then we can hear your point of view.
as a fellow gay.
Yeah.
As a commenter on that website.
I don't grab women, but I may be like, hey girl, or bitch, how are you?
Same.
Yeah.
But I'm
like-
open to the idea of them saying they don't appreciate it, is what I'm saying. I definitely do it.
You don't expect them to you don't expect that every woman's going to be totally okay with that. That's
Right.
not your expectation going into it. You say it to a friend, right? You say it to someone that you know and is your friend. You wouldn't walk up to a strange woman and say that to her.
It depends. It's all in the setting. If
it
you're
is.
in
Yeah.
a West Hollywood at a gay bar and you're feeling yourself and you
Sure.
want to bring them into your world, which is where you're at, then I can see it a little bit more. But I personally used to have that lingo with all females, but
Yeah.
I don't anymore.
Well, that's what I'm
because I
saying.
had
It was a learning experience
Right.
for me, but I took the time to take it in, is what I'm saying.
Right.
I mean, do I walk into Costco and I'm at the cashier and I'm like, bitch, yes, ring up my, yes, I live for you. Like, no, I'm not like that, but,
I would like to see that happen.
but
Bitch, give me the hot dog.
right. But I think, Michael, what you're saying is right. Like, if you're in West Hollywood or Boys Town or wherever the gay community is, I think, it may not be the first thing that you say to a woman, but when you see that, like, you're having a kiki with her,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's like, oh, okay, but normally if it's someone that I just met and I say that, I then say, oh, it's not like that. Like bitch is a good thing. Like,
Well,
it's
see,
like, hey,
right.
girl.
That's the other problem. For me, bitch is one of my favorite words, and
yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever called someone. I mean, I'm sure in the past I have in a negative way, but
No.
it's a celebration to me, especially between gay men.
Yeah.
It almost filtered over into women because of I wasn't, going around.
But I say that to men too.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
like that's why I think it's going to be extra hard for me to reel it in.
I feel like it's like bless your heart. You know the context of that bless your heart
Right.
based on how you say it.
Sure.
Like if you tell me Lil Sally down the street is pregnant and she's 16, and I say, "Ooh, bless her heart,"
Or, that's
what I'm
none of my
really saying,
business.
exactly, but that's none of my business. What I'm really saying is like, "Ooh, she a little fast." You know what I mean? Like,
Dare you slut shame little Sally down the street?
I'm not gonna slut.
But bless her heart.
But bless her heart. But it's like, oh, she a little fast. Like that's what that bless your heart means. If I'm like, yes, bitch, word. It's like, yes, you girl, yes. But if I'm like, you bitch, that's like I'm about to slap you in the face.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like in the context.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kitty Lynch in the chat is asking if we could explain what Women's Day was.
Let's back it up. And how you missed it? All I can say is congrats on not being glued to social media every second.
Okay.
That's good for him.
So let's start with, first of all, it was International Women's Day. That is
Was it the first day?
It was the first time anyone paid attention to it.
I
In this level.
It's been ongoing.
Yeah.
International
Because
Women's
of
Day is-
women rising.
It's now recognized.
It's also it's an anniversary of
Oh, it is? Let's see, I don't know
something.
history.
Yeah.
Of what?
I
We'll wait.
want to say
Well, it's Women's History Month, isn't it?
maybe. No, it should
Come to the right place, sir, to get
uninformed
your info.
Let's see.
But go back.
Okay.
It's the celebration of what?
Give me a second.
Women, I believe.
No, it's
What about women?
I need to put my
Okay.
pen down.
International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. It has been observed since the early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that I knew. There's a reason for the specific date, and I can't find it. Apologies. I want to say
Not important.
found it. International Women's Day was celebrated for the first time by the United Nations in 1975. And why can't I find the reason? I want to say it was like
Well, listen.
anniversary of women, something we could do.
We'll look
Something
it up,
we were-
or
Well, great woman.
educate yourself. You have a whole
Look,
364 days anyway.
Here's what I know is that there was to go with International Women's Day, the women behind the Women's March put together a day without a woman strike.
Which is why we heard so much more about it this year.
Right. So this year, what was asked was that women who were able to were taking the day off of work or unpaid labor, so something you volunteer to do. You take the day off. If you are unable to do so, you can wear red in solidarity. Women were not spending money because women make up a majority of consumers.
Yeah.
Unless they were spending money for women-owned businesses, which to me was, you don't know who owns business, so just don't spend money.
Right.
And then the other thing was to help raise awareness for causes, to donate, to share information. So, and there were big protests everywhere.
Yeah.
For the strike. The women who started it got arrested in front of Trump Towers yesterday.
She did.
A group of women, yeah.
What was she doing?
They were arrested for civil disobedience. They were blocking traffic.
Oh boy.
Shucks.
Okay, well, I want to move on, but I do want to ask you as a woman quickly, your opinion on the gay man, the whole issue of misogyny.
I didn't read the article, but I did see it. I think...
I mean, just in general. Like, has it been something you thought of before?
I mean,
or been offended of?
Yeah, so there have been times where I've had my gay friends, I'm the kind of girl that gay men like to touch my boobs.
Sure.
And sometimes it's okay because we're close or there's a hair on my boob or a crumb or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay.
Good excuse. Now I know. Is that crumb doing that?
Carl, you have never tried to touch my titties.
I know, but they literally stare me down every day. I don't know why I'm so, in love with them, but I am. I have to come out and say that.
So, this is okay because we're friends.
Yeah.
If we had just met and started doing the show and it was my first time hearing you said that,
yeah,
it would have been less okay.
Sure,
So I
it's a
think
case
So
by
it's the
case
relationship.
basis.
it's about relationships and consent.
And
like
And the article wasn't saying if you ever call a woman a bitch again, you're gonna burn. Like there are different scenarios. All I'm saying is
So then it depends on
be
the
open to
relationship.
it. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Relationship. I think it depends on a lot of things, but people just need to be open to that and not. I mean, they were mad that this was even something that was brought up, and that was the
Well,
thing.
it's interesting because I've asked straight men what they think the word bitch means
Yeah.
before, and I'm not. This is generalizing, but a lot of them just said just women. It didn't have like a different type. It just
Like
meant
just a
female.
woman.
It just meant a female. Like
Wow.
if a straight guy's calling another guy bitch, it's not a.
It's just like you're a girl.
It's yeah.
And so
you're acting
you're a girl,
feminine,
that's
or
an
you're acting
insult.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
So,
another problem.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's when he says like, "Quit acting like a little bitch." Like, see that context.
Exactly.
Yeah. But when I'm like, "Yes, bitch, your boobs are right." Yes.
thank you, I know.
See?
Well,
Situational.
but it's also the same that I call everyone girl, right? So,
Me too.
But I teach Sunday school, and my kid, one of my students goes, "What time is snack?" And I went, "Girl, I don't know," and he was very upset. And I said, he's like, "I'm not a girl," and I said, "Right, but you would call me dude, and I would call the whole class guys." And that is acceptable. So I can
Now
call
that is
whoever I want girl.
You're teaching more than Judaism at that school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But see that
Important message right there.
that's another great point to bring up is that like we're like, hey guys, you guys, and then like I have a friend like that too where I'm like girl and he's like I'm not a girl. I'm like I know that, but I'm calling you girl as in GURL girl.
Yeah,
like
mine
get it
has
together.
3 R's in it. It's
Yeah.
G.
You
it's
literally
girl.
texted me it today, and it was that GURL.
That's how I
so
type
can
girl.
confirm.
I just get exhausted with just
It's a
how to
lot.
treat everyone. Like yesterday, I almost put happy International Day everyone because at some point it's like
No, that was our day.
see it's like at one point can we all just get together and
Well,
hold hands and
because-
sing a Beyonce song?
So that's the end goal.
I mean, right now, our
It's
issue.
definitely interesting because I don't know, because I was even talking about this. This is a little bit segue, but like RuPaul's Drag Race
Yeah.
is not on Logo anymore.
Right.
So then I'm like, what is on Logo? It's
Yeah.
a gay. It's supposed to be like a gay network.
Sure.
And it's supposed to be a network where there's like gay stuff that only gay people can really kind of like relate to the most.
Right.
So now that it's being like streamlined,
Exactly.
it's the same. I don't know.
Rue was saying it would never go mainstream, and
Right.
it is. But thank you for that because you segued perfectly actually into our next
I'm a
topic.
psychic.
You belong here with us every week.
Kitty Lynch in the chat says, "That's a great point, guys." And I responded, "Girl, girl."
See your what's you're missing in the chat. Anyway, there is Drag Race is leaving Logo, and a new reality show is rising, coming very soon. Fire Island. It's 6 guys in a on Fire Island in New York. It's like the Palm Springs of New York. I guess I don't know if I can compare that because I've never been to Fire Island.
I have.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good. And yeah, it's sexy, huh?
Definitely.
Now listen, there are a lot of people mad about this too. Because people are mad about everything, and hopefully you're one of them. Because I just heard a sound from
A
you.
deep sigh.
Yeah, but I want to say my thing
Ooh.
first. Actually, no. I want to hear yours first, and then I'll say mine.
Well, okay, so seeing the previews for this, the first thing I thought was this reminds me of A-List, which
I
which
love
they
that
did
show.
years ago, and I love A-List New York. I wasn't a fan of A-List Dallas, but I was a fan of A-List New York. When I saw Fire Island, I thought to myself, how many more shows can we have about the pretty gays and like how they live this fabulous life of like partying, drama, and like sex? And I don't know. I'm just like, there's more there's different types of gays and there's different types of gay people and we all do different types of things. Why do we continue having shows like this that it's like the same formula?
Totally,
So
but
Fire Island is just a docu-series about some people living in a place.
About a group of friends who for the summer rented a house on Fire Island and all the interdramas that are about to happen.
So
it's the Jersey Shore of Fire Island.
Got
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
But here's my situation. Here's my problem with the haters.
Are you calling me a hater?
Well, no, I was going to say you worded it eloquently, but people were irate at this trailer. Here's the situation. If we are fighting for equality, in my opinion, then we need to have equal trashy television across the board. Everybody else gets horrible shows about them, Jersey Shore, Housewives. I want the gay version as well. I watch those other trashy shows. I will be watching this trash, and I'm excited for it. You don't have to like it. I agree with what you're saying. We need a much more diverse representation.
Yes.
However, we had a little mini-series last week called When We Rise that was about our history, diversity. No one watched it.
Nope.
It did very poorly in the ratings. So here is my suggestion to the haters, because this is not going to be for everyone, and it shouldn't be. Instead of, or complain as much as you want, but also support the other shows that do come out. Please make sure that you're spreading the word about Moonlight. You're talking about When We Rise, because the people, the advertisers and the heads of networks don't really care about our rights and we have diversity. They care about what people seem to be into. So they're gonna just simply look at the numbers. I don't know if the show will do well or not.
Yeah.
But that's what I have to say.
Have you seen Moonlight?
I haven't.
You still haven't seen it?
I know.
We talked about this last week. She still ain't seen it yet.
Girl.
I probably know. I saw none of the movies. I don't like movies, guys. I can't change that about myself.
So just so I understand, first of all, I love that your problem with this show is purely political.
Political?
Yeah, that if everyone else gets trashed, we get trashed too.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. I'm
it.
just excited.
Let's solve this problem. Anthony in the booth. Can you do me a favor? Go to YouTube and find the Fire Island on logo trailer.
While he's doing that, I want to say what I would really like, and
Sure.
maybe it's just me. I want to see a trash show about bears. That's what I want.
Bears.
And this is what I'm saying.
Like bear men or like actual bears?
No.
I think bear men.
There's a show called
I don't
Where the
want
Bears
nature.
Are.
I don't want nature.
There's a show called Where the Bears Are. It's like a web series.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I
I've
want
seen
on logo. I want a trash show about bears. I think
Okay.
bears should be everywhere. I love bears.
And that's actually another thing I wanted to say is, for me, the trash and the diversity are two different points. People were diverse, please, more diversity, more. But there were people upset like gays cannot be represented this way. And that's sort of what I meant by it's equal across the board. People are arguing that Republicans will use this against us. Listen, it's a gay show on a gay network. If they're watching, what's happening? You could just make that argument for anything, I think.
Sure.
Trashy reality TV is a thing that we
I love it.
have.
I
do
it the
too, and I get
most.
if you don't, that's
think we
fine
have
too.
it.
I mean, but I do want to say, even though I did that deep sigh and was like, oh my gosh, about this trailer, I'm also equally tired of like the Vanderpump Rules, the Summer Houses.
Exactly. So
like,
that's
type of shows.
what you're not into.
But no. I mean, I gander at it every now and then. I think for me, I think it's the stories that are being told. Like, how do I put this? There needs to be more diverse shows.
That's
like
undeniable to me.
People of other ethnicities sprinkled around in these shows. That's all I would say. Let's watch the trailer.
Hit it.
If you're just listening, just listen.
For 3 months out of the year, this small stretch of land just east of New York becomes the gay mecca.
Cocktails, sunshine, boys.
It's the gay Disneyland, y'all. This summer, I invited my friends to Fire Island to split a house.
Holy, this house is amazing. I'm 21, I'm the crazy little one. I never imagined a place like Fire Island. This is paradise. Cheers! This party's taking a lot of work. I'm not shy to show it off.
This weekend, I'm ready for anything.
I ain't here for a long time, so I'm here for a good time. Get your jockstrap on, shut up, let's have a good time.
I find it really hard to believe that Corey and Kassan share a bed but never
You cannot forget about me.
We all know that you hooked up with other people.
Are you kidding me?
Have a little accountability for your actions. Some people actually care about the other people in their lives.
But you guys are not the people in my life. You guys are the people in my house share.
I said
Wow.
I'm not gonna entertain this bull anymore.
good luck to us. We're a very dysfunctional family, but we're family.
That's what's so unique and special about the Fire Island. You bond with people that you wouldn't normally bond with.
This is gonna be a summer that we're gonna remember forever and probably one of the best summers of our lives.
Magic starts now.
Yeah, this looks like just another.
It is. It's just another that. And that's what I'm saying is it's just another, but it happens to be gay.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm okay with it. Now, diversity is a different thing, but I do have a question, devil's advocate-y, because I find diversity to be very important. There's 6 of them. One black guy. One
who heads it, by the way. He's the one that put it all together. I was kind of excited about that.
The leader. There's one bear-esque. He's not that big, but he's not six-packed.
Right.
Yes. There's a twonk.
Yeah. So now there's.
How do we fill a house with gays? Let's see, there's one of this and one of that.
But exactly. So it's like, what is the now? Not talking about important things like Moonlight or When We Rise or documentaries, but for a trash show, what are the other ways to diversify it more? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the answer.
This is a diverse cast. However, it is like, I imagine when I was younger and seeing shows like Queer as Folk and like kind of seeing what the gay lifestyle is because I couldn't live it yet.
Right.
So when I'm seeing circuit parties and like hot guys and like sex and all this kind of stuff, as I'm growing up, I'm thinking like, oh my God, that's how it is.
Sure. Isn't it?
Well, that's one side of it. But then I saw another a logo show, actually, Noah's Ark, and I was like, oh, I relate to these gays.
Yeah.
So I feel like give us Fire Island, but give us something else that's like, this is another side of it. Like, that's one part of gay, but I feel like we keep getting this part.
Well, this is, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it is like a reality show.
Right.
Watching gays have amazing jobs at a law firm is not going to be entertaining.
Yeah, well, unless
that law firm
if they're
is
rich,
full
they're
of drama.
But for a reality show,
It's a
you're
really
super
good point.
rich or you're super poor. For the most part, on reality shows, like that's what we focus to. Everyday people, not so much. We get to experience that. It's an escape, and that's the main thing for me. This is an escape. I think that there are so many rich LGBT stories to be told. Sometimes that's not an escape, but they're just as important. This is just escape television.
But they need to be scripted shows.
Agreed.
That's the thing. And the majority of things that are being sold, I think, right now, especially on Logo, I don't even think they have anything scripted right now, is reality because it's cheap to produce.
For me, I'm just excited Logo's putting out a show. That's
Me too.
That's new.
So Mr. Henry in the chat says exactly what I was just thinking. I'd rather watch a show about LGBT leaders who are trying to further the LGBT rights during the presidency.
Sure.
Like, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be nice to see a show about like a group of activists?
It'd be amazing, but
So
I think that
interesting.
might be the minority in terms of tuning in. And that's what I'm saying is the people, they're not worried about our rights, they're worried about the money. That's just the way it is for gay, straight, whatever.
Right.
So that's the problem. Classy people like you and Mr. Henry are interested in
us.
it. And I'm sure, of course, there's tons, but apparently
Is this
the
my
numbers
husband,
haven't.
by the way?
Yes,
Oh my God,
Mr. Henry.
Mr. Henry, he's a long time. He's been waiting for you, I'm sure, to be on. Anyway, moving on to a different Logo show that was really just trashy.
Speaking of logo shows, so we all remember the show Finding Prince Charming.
Sure do.
I didn't like it.
Because why? Just out of curiosity.
yes.
Boring?
Lance was so boring. Lance was boring. They need a comedian hosting that show.
I agree.
When I did the
He's not.
Or a host.
Yeah.
one or the other.
Well, sorry.
No, you're good. I used to do the recap shows here, and that was one of our things, is that we weren't quite sure about Lance. Like, I felt like I needed someone that could kiki with the suitors and be like,
Right.
okay, girl, like, what's really going
Maybe
on?
like Kathy Griffin or something.
And
Oh,
especially
yes.
Kiki with Robert, because he needed a little
Yes.
up in the personality.
Yes. Well, speaking of Robert, post Finding Prince Charming, a few days ago, he posted this video. Let's watch it, and then we'll talk.
He looks different.
But he looks
Shade.
better to me.
About people asking me about my relationship status. Am I single? Am I not single? What's up? Listen, coming off a reality show really with your mind. I live in LA now, and thankfully I have a couple production companies that are interested in doing shows with me, so I'm going to focus on that
Sure.
and my pocketbook, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to take care of me but me. Eric is a super, super, super sweet guy, but we're not together, and I'm completely single. I'm probably just going to start dating girls anyway, so hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and say what's up. Anyways, that's that. Take that to the presses.
Okay, well, since we're the presses.
We're taking it. Wait, real quickly
sorry.
though. Bless him for 5 months later, Us Weekly even put a story up of him. I don't know how that's happening.
That's what I'm thinking. Is he
Slow
went,
and sweet.
"What? No one's talked about me in months. I'm making a video. I'm
But how
claiming
did that
I'm
work?
dating women."
Well, the thing is that he posted this on Instagram, and like a lot of the blogs have just like swept it up and written about it. I'm interested in hearing y'all's thoughts before I say
The
something.
way he said, "I'm gonna just start dating women," sounded insulting. Almost.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was,
yeah.
I mean, just an eye roll. And
Yeah.
I mean, is that what they're writing about? That I hope. I mean, surely no one took that seriously.
Or people thinking he's straight now. Like,
No. But like, I think.
I saw those other videos and
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
turning back.
We all saw
Wait,
those.
guys, sexuality is fluid.
Indeed, but I don't think he's going for women.
yeah, I think that just goes one.
He just, you
string.
don't. I'm not offended by
I'll
this at all.
find out.
Yeah, please bring those babies up to him and say, be
Yeah.
like, you can't touch until I say, but
Yeah.
let's see if you want to.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think he looks better with the beard.
Yes.
That's first thought. Second, I'm with you. I think that I'm gonna
Just start dating girls.
start dating girls. That is like you boys suck.
Is it there easier?
Yeah.
It's
F
I'm
you.
not offended, but it is offensive. It's basically saying it's a choice.
Right.
Like, well, guys are not working out, so I'm going to start dating girls now. I don't get offended by things like that, but you know some people do, and
but like as a woman, it's kind of like
and that.
yeah, like we're throwing ourselves at you.
Yeah.
We also saw those videos.
Yeah.
Girl.
Either way, for me, it wasn't. The women was just a blip of an eye roll. The fact that he was like mid-hike, like, I need to take a video. I need to stop right here, shirt off, which
I
you
want
might
to
as
know
well.
who ticked him off on that hike.
Exactly, that was like-
I gotta post a video.
Listen, Robert was not ready for reality television,
I
as we
agree.
saw during, and as we're still seeing months later.
Yes.
Which I don't think I'd ever be ready. I'm sure I'd have a meltdown daily, but I'm no Prince Charming. Okay, he signed up, and now
You
he's
are
going
Prince Charming.
through it.
You are, but someone already grabbed you.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. No, you've been sitting pretty. Now I can't wait.
Okay, here's the thing.
Tell us, girl.
Number one, Robert has to realize that he was on, going back to how we said that equality, we want the same type of shows that straight people do.
Correct.
We were given the opportunity of having a bachelor type show
Right.
in Finding Prince Charming. This was our first show where we could show the world that we seek love just like someone else. So
On reality TV.
on reality TV. So in that aspect, Robert, you have to see why people, even if you didn't like the show, why people were invested in
Sure.
this, because it gives people like such as myself hope that you can find love in the gay community, because it is very hard. It's very hard.
And it's literally what the
Like
show
it's-
is about.
Yeah, like it's real hard. You know, and so to have a show like this kind of gave people like me like that last little bit of hope that like, oh yay, things are gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So yes, people are gonna ask like, you know, are you still, are you single? And da-da-da. So yeah, they're gonna have those questions because they are invested. Two, you're right. He wasn't ready for reality TV, because what happens is when he was thrust into the spotlight, so were all of his skeletons.
Right.
And I don't think that he was ready for the, I'm just going to say it, judgment of others based on those skeletons.
Right.
Now, me personally, I was able to overlook that and go, girl, that was you. Like, you know, we all have skeletons in our closet,
Yeah, but-
and we all have stuff.
In my opinion, the gay community was overall forgiving of the skeletons. It was his person. It was him on the show.
Some were forgiving. I mean, look at some of the suitors who were on the show who continually
Yeah, that's
talked
true, that's
bad
true.
about him and continually put stuff out about him.
Yeah.
So there's that. Now, this last thing of him saying that, oh, I'm going to date women. Okay, we all have our frustrating moments where it's like, oh my God, boys suck. I'm just going to go home, eat a large pizza, and Chip Ahoy cookies and milk, and watch Sex in the City. I don't know if
better.
anyone else does that or whatever.
Absolutely.
Date me.
But that last little bit sounds like, oh, you know, just relationships are so hard for him. And someone like me looks at him like, girl, really? It's hard for you? Like, how hard can it be for you?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure thousands of people can overlook all your mess and still say, I would like to date you.
That is on a superficial level, because I'm telling you, his personality was the worst part of that show for me every episode.
Well,
It was. I thought the suitors were better. But
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
People in the
That's
chat
without
were saying
Rob.
they want a show to follow them.
Well, yeah,
of
a
course.
lot
right.
of people I know were like, I'm not understanding how this works. Why can't the people in the house just date each other?
Yeah.
I feel like this show should be more like Bachelor Pad.
A lot of people they were like, these are guys, it's not realistic that they're not hooking up, which
Yeah.
they were, by the way. They just didn't show that.
Oh, yeah, they were.
So that's what we want to watch.
They were. They were. The tea was spilled that there was some hooking up going on.
Yeah.
But
in the shed in the back.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm
Yeah.
really glad that they didn't showcase that, because then that's what we were expecting. We were like, okay, girl, now who's hooking up with who? Like, for real. Like, I need a nice ease. Like, we have this opportunity to have this straight S like show that we've all been wanting. Like, don't ruin it by being like, oh, you know, everyone's hooking up with it. Like giving the expectations of like, oh, well, why are they going to have a gay show when everyone's just going to be hooking up with everyone?
But isn't that... I'm not saying that that's like how it is, but I think it's a little bit more like that than in real life.
It was happening, so it's real.
But it's real and
But
like
also,
non-TV gay life.
I don't know. For me,
A lot of gay
again,
men are
it's
just
yeah,
hooking
it's
up.
just like
That's true.
that's no less trashy, really, is it, than Fire Island show? And that's why people were watching. That's why a lot of people were bored, because they wanted more of that. They wanted more drama. So it's hard. I do get that we don't want to be just TV stereotypes, but when it's reality TV, it's not written that way. It's truly what's happening, what they're giving you.
I mean, granted, it can be what it can be. I watched it with stars in my eyes,
I
thinking
know,
like,
you're so sweet.
who is he gonna pick? Oh, he should have picked Brandon and not Eric,
Which he
because they
should've.
had a better connect. Like, I was that goober that was just like, isn't this lovely?
Yeah.
While everyone else was like, this show sucks.
But you know what? People watch. Not to put words in their mouths, but I'm pretty sure many women, mostly women, watch The Bachelor that way. I've heard
And
other
The
women say,
Bachelorette.
they say like to us, like, I know it's silly, but like it's like, oh, this could be love. So I think that's a very valid reason for watching.
And maybe that was the problem, was that, you know, the guys did create more of a sisterhood instead of like a bitch back. Sorry. Now we're back to the first thing.
See, now you're gonna do that.
You weren't talking to me, you were talking to
at you. I
them.
was talking about them.
No, I know,
But
I got
felt
it.
like I was looking at you.
No,
But
I
it's
got you.
It's more like a bitch back up from my man. Like, you know, I like him, but it was more like, okay, girl. So like, how was your day?
And they don't think they liked Robert. Besides beauty, obviously,
didn't.
he looks good. But,
I think a lot of the guys on that show thought that Robert was boring.
they did.
They did.
Well, I hope-
Tangled in
sorry.
the chat, says he was never genuine with the experience, but he
Correct.
wanted a spotlight as a launchpad to fill his pocketbook. Is that what he called it? 'Cause, I'm
And it
sorry.
is.
This video says to me, "Hey, I need a job and money. I need attention.
Correct.
I don't want to be myself, but I'm gonna do this video. It's gonna get picked up now because
And
I need attention."
Also, though, at the end of the day, he's complaining that a man who was on a dating reality show is complaining that people are asking about his dating life that they watched.
Right.
Like, again, he just wasn't, he
wasn't ready for reality
This is what
TV.
he thought. I'm going to be a star. It's all going to take off, and everyone will love me. No one will bother me ever. I mean, that's delusion.
Wrong.
Yeah,
It
that's
didn't
not
work,
how it
but he
works.
learned that, and we'll see. I'm excited for season 2, quite frankly.
I'm excited for season 2 too. Secretly, I almost signed up for season 2.
I would have been
but-
obsessed.
Oh yes.
I thought about it.
Why didn't you?
Well, because I knew that I would most likely be like the Robbie of the cast. You know.
AKA the star.
Well, of course,
That's
you know,
who
she
everyone
would
loved.
be fabulous. But I really would have went on the show hoping that
To find
love. Stupid, right?
Do you
No.
I think it's sweet. I
Do you
really
think
think
they're
it's
gonna
sweet.
bring Robbie back in some way?
You think he'll be the next one?
He's not going to be the next one, but
I heard he
everyone
might be
wanted
the
him to be.
host.
I
As he
hope so.
should.
I will say this, mark my words, we have not seen the last of Robbie,
Oh, no.
and I feel like opportunities are there, and I wouldn't be surprised if things are happening.
I'm begging you to do season 3. We have to move on, but please. That's
yeah,
what I'm going to end it
Tangled
on
in the
that.
chat says you should have, Tony.
It's breaking my heart.
Yeah.
Yale, give it to us good. Give us some women news.
Okay, so I
Lesbians!
have. Okay, so before I give you lesbians,
Transgender.
yeah, I want to talk about Laverne Cox.
Yeah.
Because Laverne was on a show called Doubt, right? Which
Huge success.
Yeah.
Huge hit.
luckily got canceled.
Katherine Heigl's.
Kiss of Death.
Yeah, at this point, yes.
She's a curse.
Canceled.
But it was the first time a transgender actor was a regular on broadcast.
And they were going to give her a revolutionary trans romance storyline, which
all
now we won't get
shot.
to see.
Maybe
Yeah, they
it'll
might.
come to-
Maybe somewhere else will pick it up.
Maybe,
but
probably not that show. Looked
don't worry about Laverne.
Yeah, because she's starring in The Trustee, which is being produced by Elizabeth Banks, and it's a buddy cop, and the character was not written as a trans character, and so after Doubt was a sinking ship, they were trying to get Laverne this role.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it just got canceled, and she just got cast, so she better work. Now, Catherine, God bless. I don't know.
What if she's her buddy cop?
Yeah, you can imagine like, no.
Laverne's like, girl, sit this one out.
No. So that's my Laverne news.
I will say really quick, allegedly they shot the pilot with someone else in Katherine Heigl's thing.
I heard that.
And the pilot was really good, but they needed a name. And that's how Katherine Heigl slid in, and the show obviously didn't do as well as that pilot.
But that's none of my business.
None of
my business.
Yeah, how was your weekend?
I was surrounded by ladies. It was amazing. So I've been talking about for months ClexaCon.
Yeah, yes.
What is the word Clexa?
So Clexa, this excellent question. So there's a show called The 100. That's right. It is a show that exists on CW. And there was a ship. It was Clark and Lexa. They were Clark is the main character. She was with Lexa. They consummated their relationship, and immediately Lexa was murdered by a stray bullet.
As the lesbian
happens,
stories
yes.
always go.
Within that same week, The Walking Dead killed a lesbian with a stray arrow. So the ladies went, "Are you effing kidding me? Stop killing off the lesbians." And a movement was formed.
Yeah.
The We Deserve Better movement, the LGBT Deserve Better movement. And that started ClexaCon. So this con happened a year to the day of the episode airing on
Someone
CW.
did some strategic
Yeah.
planning.
So you know the day, the reasoning of this, but you don't know the reasoning on the day of the International Women's Day.
I was just
Good
at a convention.
Yeah. You didn't go to the International
She's
Music
also
Convention.
been talking about this for months.
Because it was the first year and it was a huge success. So,
Yes.
Another really amazing sci-fi show that has two women is a show called Winona Earp, and so the actresses from that show were there. Sarah Shahi and Amy Acker from Person of Interest, they were there, and the convention got so much attention that Sarah, I believe Ramirez from Grey's Anatomy, who plays Callie, she saw it on Twitter, got in her car from LA, drove on the last day of the con to be there.
Where was the con?
In Vegas.
Vegas.
Holy cannoli.
She couldn't get on the Southwest plane. I mean, it's
sometimes it's faster to
each
drive.
way.
Yeah, but so she went and she paid money to be there and listen to the panels, and that's amazing because like
Wow.
the panels that were there were a panel called Queer Women of Color in the Media Representation, a bi-representation panel, a trans panel. There were amazing, like aside from all of the ship reunions, we had Saving Face and I Can't Think Straight. We had all these reunions, but we also had like educational panels, which was amazing and really taught. There was a great panel for allies, and the two things that came out of that like if an ally is looking for what to do, the two things that was asked from this con was, one, listen, and two, don't speak for other people. Those were like the two important messages that I hope continue get passed from this. And it was such a success that they're absolutely positive that it will be coming back next year.
And so shall you, I presume.
I hope so.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for just being boots on the ground at ClexaCon for us.
Yeah.
She was more than boots on the ground.
She's boobs on the ground.
My boobs were very far off the ground. How dare you?
Yeah, well, I believe that.
Yeah.
But guys, we're friends, so I can say it. All right? That's the situation.
Yes, correct. So ClexaCon, amazing stuff
Yeah,
came
I
out
love
of it.
that.
Great photos. Yeah.
Great. Let us know, as I'm sure you will, next year when it comes closer to time. So, the ladies, how many ladies do we have listening? Message Yael in the chat and let's hear from you. We love
We have
you.
people listing other ladies that should have been there. So yes,
see?
Alex and Maggie from Supergirl, Sarah from Legends of Tomorrow. It was a lot of like sci-fi specific stuff, especially because it seems to be that sci-fi shows are much more accepting,
Interesting.
and have these types of relationships because it's
It's the cosplay.
I want there to be, a lesbian on Real Housewives. I can't believe out of hundreds of women who have been housewives, why isn't there?
We only had, and I don't even watch it, so I don't know the name. But in Jersey, someone's cousin was a lesbian. Rosie, maybe.
Oh yeah.
But I agree, and I want to
and she
see.
was
Oh yeah, Jersey.
Yeah.
When
Yes.
Carney Wilson was just on
Is she
Beverly Hills?
just for an episode,
Just
it brought
an
up
episode.
conversation of why can't we get a good plus size housewife up in there, which would be
Yes.
amazing. Agreed. And that, again, diversity.
Also at the panels they had a queer actress panel, and so they had like 5 women who are just queer women who are actresses.
Yeah.
So not just people playing characters. It was just such an amazing, empowering weekend. And,
I love it.
The politest convention you've ever been
Well,
to.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Women.
Do they have gay men conventions that are like
Yes,
polite?
it's called Drag Party.
Okay.
It's called Fire Island. Tune in this month on
Pride.
Logo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pride.
listen. Before we have to cut short, I need to delve into your mind, Michael Henry.
Okay, let's go
Your
for it.
videos, I'm obsessed. Okay,
thank
the first
you.
one that I saw, and I was like, who is this? Was you on the streets of New York asking people if you were a twink.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even know why. I couldn't stop watching it.
Oh,
They're-
good,
You're just
yeah.
hilarious, first of all. But what I love and what I think all the blogs pick you up is because you pinpoint these like little slices of gay life that I wouldn't even really think of.
I try to like magnify things in the gay community that
Yeah.
we've been so used to that you forget.
Right.
Like we label each other so much. Like, are you a twink? Are
Right.
you a top or a bottom?
Yeah.
Are you this? Are you that? You can be a couple different things.
Absolutely.
And it was interesting when I was asking people. People thought I was like fishing for a compliment a lot of the time, but it's not a compliment or not a compliment.
Right.
It's a thing.
Right.
I mean, I like to. That's why when there's shows like Fire Island and we're just showcasing that type of a gay, I don't necessarily have that much of a problem of it. But there's other gays. There's
Correct.
and that's who I like to kind
Totally.
of showcase because I'm kind of like that other gay. I'm not going to be on a show like Fire Island.
But you
See, I feel like that too. I don't feel like I would be on that type. I'm the other gay.
Yeah,
That's my demo. The other gay.
The other gay.
and that's why I think that you found so much popularity is because there are, for every one of those six-packers, there is probably, honestly,
A lot
double,
more.
triple,
Yeah.
just a normal person that is gay.
Yeah.
And so it's very relatable. But you also sneak in a few hot boys every now and then, which I think helps. Okay,
Yes.
those were some good ones too, and they're straight a lot of times, aren't
Oh,
they?
I'm shooting something tomorrow.
Thank
It's
you.
called Straight Guy Car Wash. So, yeah, on the surface, it could seem like just a regular, thing, but
Sure.
there's an underlying.
There always is.
There's always an underlying thing, and I feel like when you aren't the gay with the six-pack and all that, you can be kind of portrayed as like the unconfident one. But I always make it my plan to be the person who's almost sometimes more confident than those hot guys.
Which I love.
So
Where do you find most of your inspiration from? You just like noting?
I feel like
throughout-
life.
life it's important for me to like socialize with people
Yeah.
and really have my antenna up
Right.
to see what gay guys are talking about that they forget is so normal that they're talking
Totally.
about. I will you could catch me in West Hollywood sitting by myself at Trunks just listening.
Oh,
I love
Trunks.
that.
Yes.
I'm coming with you next time. I'll
Yeah.
be quiet. I don't want to study it.
I love that your comedy is also smart comedy.
Oh, thank you.
Right? That's the thing is you look at it and you go, oh, this is going to be like real, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like not smart. Like,
it could be very surface.
Yeah,
totally.
But
There's
it's
a point.
so smart.
Thank you.
But what's amazing is if you don't get it, you're like, oh, that was silly and fun, and you can
Right.
still enjoy
Yeah.
it. So
You
it's
can
like literally
rewatch
for
it
everyone.
for the aesthetic.
Exactly. Exactly.
But there is a point to them usually.
Now, what about I was very privileged to attend your pilot screening at the
Thank
Abbey,
you.
which was
Oh, I'm
hilarious.
so happy that you liked it.
Now that was, to me, a just a oversized version of one of your videos. It was about you as someone who wants to like make it as essentially one of the Fire Island boys, but in West Hollywood. Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. It's basically about someone who is in their 30s but wants to be that person that's on Fire Island.
Right.
You'd think as an adult you'd like outgrow that.
Yeah.
But secretly you
Do
don't.
you? No, yeah,
No.
right.
And
Nope.
you don't always talk about it.
Sure.
But you do want to sit at that popular table because that's what's showcased.
I think that's another thing. You're pulling out the things that I might be like, well, I guess I shouldn't say. I'd want to be this or that. Videos even that you just post on Facebook randomly of you just like dancing. I'm like, yes, why am I not there doing that?
Yeah.
You're just breaking the glass, breaking the shame.
Thank
and
you.
just
Well, it's interesting. I get a lot of emails from people on Facebook from across the world that don't get to be like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I continually kind of try to amp it and push my limits and be kind of as me, as gay, as feminine, or whatever as possible. And that's the other thing. I try to showcase being feminine and male as like, that's a thing that can be like confident.
and can be celebrated.
And celebrated.
Obsessed.
Thank you.
Sorry we talked about women too long in Fire Island, but please come back because you are
Of course.
hilarious to
Thank
me.
you. And I have to plug Pure for Men. Have you heard of it?
That's what I have, and I purchased it.
Ooh, well, now you don't have to. I'll give you some free stuff.
Thank you. He was in a video with Alaska and Katya promoting it.
Yes, and my video tomorrow is going to be promoting it as
Oh my God,
well.
I love it.
I'm slipping
so
it in.
tell us where we can find you on YouTube or
Yeah,
whatever.
find me. Just search Michael Henry, hit enter. I'm the first one that comes up.
As you should.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
On
YouTube. Don't
If
Google.
you do Google image search, you'll get something else.
But yeah,
You're welcome.
look on YouTube, and I'm actually begging you to do it because you will love it.
Yes.
Thank you. Please
I
do.
enjoyed the videos and I related to some.
Thank
Good,
you.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
And join us again. We'll be with you soon. I'm Adam Salandra. Find me online at Adam Salandra.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounge with Tony on my website, loungewithtony.com. Why did I stumble over there? I'm Tony Moore.
It's hard.
I'm Yael Tygiel. I'm everywhere at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL. And ladies who watch the show, message me.
Yes.
Careful what you ask for.
And where can we find you on social?
Find me on social media. Search Michael Henry on YouTube. I'll come up. Michael Henry Comedy. Or Instagram, Michael Henry 915. Message me too, ladies.
Yeah, Robert's doing it.
Robert's
We'll
doing it.
take a dip
Do
in the
it.
lady pool. Thank you guys. We love you. See you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.